Topic 4.2, repeated linear factors. If the denominator has linear factors that are repeated, it may be broken up such that the f1 of x over f2 of x will be equal to a over x minus a plus b over x minus a squared up to c over x minus a raised to n. So, itong n na to ay nagsisignify kung ilan yung degree ng repetition ng linear factors natin, ay hanggang doon tayo mag-i-end. Per se, yung factor natin ay x minus 1 raised to 4. So, ibig sabihin, magkakaroon tayo ng a, b, c, d hanggang doon sa x minus 1 raised to 4. So, wherein the a, b, c are constants to be found. So, let's have an example. Example number 1, we have the integral of the quantity 2x squared minus x plus 3 dx over x to the fourth minus x cubed minus 3x squared plus 5x minus 2. Ang gagawin natin dito is to find the factors of our denominator. Now, as you can see in your calculator, kung titingnan natin dito, mode 5, so yung degree ng equation na makukunan natin ng roots ay up to the third degree lang. So, ibig sabihin, magma-manual tayo dito sa to the fourth para maibaba natin siya ng degree 3 bago natin siya gamitan ng calculator. So, the possible factors for this, since we have here negative 2, so ibig sabihin, pwedeng negative 2 and positive 1, or negative 1 and positive 2. So, itong apat na to yung mga possible na factors natin. Now, we will just choose one, and kung titingnan natin dito, pwedeng so, try natin sa negative 1. So, we have here negative 1, and kukunin lang natin yung mga coefficients. So, we have here 1 for the x to the fourth, negative 1 for the x cubed, negative 3 for x squared, and we have 5 for x, and negative 2 for the constant. So, bring down 1, multiply 1, negative 1 times 1, that's negative 1, so add that's negative 2, negative 2 times negative 1, that's positive 2, and we have here negative 3 plus 2, and that's negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 1, that's positive 1. And we have here 5 plus 1, that's 6. Negative 1 times 6, and that's negative 6. And we have here negative 8. Dapat 0 yung dulo natin para makonsider natin na yung ito ay factor natin. So, meaning, this negative 1 here is not the root of our equation. So, let's try the positive 1. So, we have here positive 1. And we bring down. And 1 times 1 is 1. That's 0. And this is 0. That's negative 3. Times 1. That's negative 3. And this is positive 2 times 1. And that's positive 2. And this is 0. So, this positive 1 here is the root of our function sa denominator. So, we have here 1. So, ang gagawin natin dito is to change the sign. So, ibig sabihin, this is x minus 1. Now, x to the fourth divided by x minus 1 is, so we have here x to the fourth divided by x, that's x cubed. So, ibig sabihin, ito ay x cubed. So, we have here x cubed plus 0x squared minus 3x plus 2. And we have here, our remainder is 0. So, meaning, ito, ang factors niya ay x minus 1 times x cubed minus 3x plus 2. Now, we will be using the calculator in order for us to find the factors or the roots of this function here. So, since naibaba na natin siya sa x cubed, so we will be using function 4. So, for x cubed, coefficient niyan is 1. For x squared, we have 0. For x, we have negative 3. And for the constant, we have positive 2. And solving, we have negative 2, positive 1. So, dalawa lang lumalabas dito, no? Kung makikita natin, since we only have x is equal to negative 2 and x is equal to positive 1. So, meaning, isa sa dalawang to yung naulit. If we are going to consider, since x is equal to negative 2, so that is x plus 2. Then, for this, meaning that is x minus 1. Na kung titingnan natin, negative 1 times positive 2 times negative 1, that's positive 2. So, pag minultiply natin yung apat na factors natin, dapat siya ay magli-lead sa negative 2. So, kailangan natin ng isa pang negative 1 since we have negative 1 times positive 2 times negative 1, so that's positive 2. So, in order for you to decide whether sino sa kanila yung magbibigay ng negative 2, of course, itong 1. Since if we are going to multiply this by another x minus 1, and that would give you negative 2. So, meaning, itong x minus 1 ay naulit ng 3 beses. So we can say that this is equal to the integral of 2x squared minus x plus 3 dx over yung repeated linear natin. We have the x minus 1 since tatlo sila, that is raised to 3, multiplied by x plus 2. So kung i-breakdown natin ito in terms of partial fraction, then we could say that this is 2x squared minus x plus 3. So, ginagawa natin dito is to remove the integral sign muna. And we have here over x to the 4th minus x cubed minus 3x squared plus 5x minus 2. Then, this is equal to, pwedeng unahin natin itong factor na hindi repeated. So, that is a over x plus 2 plus sa module ninyo, nakikita nyo doon that you have the b over x minus 1, c over x minus 1 raised to 2, and d over x minus 1 raised to 3. So, dito medyo dito babaliktarin ko siya kasi mas sanay ako na ginagawa ko tong nauuna ako sa higher dun sa may exponent raised to n. So, meaning, I have here b x minus 1 raised to 3. Doon ako nagsisimula tapos pababa ng pababa. And we have c over x minus 1 square and minus 1 sa exponents, and we have x minus 1. Bakit ito yung ginagawa ko? Kasi kapag yung katulad sa module ninyo that you have x minus 1 here, x minus 1 square here, and x minus 1 raised to 3 here, baka masarapan ka ng lagay, no? And makaabot ka ng ilang degree ng exponent since we only have cube here, baka umabot ka na ng kung anong degree. So, hindi ko naman sinasabi na ma-mislook mo yun, pero to be safe, so ganito yung ginagawa ko. Okay, so here, we are going to determine the value of a, b, c, and d. So what we are going to do is to multiply everything by the denominator, x to the 4th minus x cubed minus 3x squared plus 5x minus 2. So sa left side ng equation, ang matitira dito ay numerator na lang, which is 2x squared minus x plus 3. And sa right side ng equation natin, we have a. Since ang factor natin ay ito at ito, so makakancel yung x minus 2, yung matitira dito is x minus 1 cube. And here, b, makakancel si x minus 1 cube, so matitira dito ay si x plus 2. And for the c, we have, since cube ito, so makakancel yung dalawang x minus 1, therefore may matitira pa tayong x minus 1. And of course, the x plus 2. And for d, since we have cube here and we have to the first power here, So may matitira pa tayo dalawang factors. So that's raised to 2. And we have here x plus 2. Since the roots of our equation is x is equal to positive 1 and x is equal to negative 2, itong mga values na to yung isa-substitute natin sa equation in order for us to find the values of our arbitrary constants. So, if x is equal to 1, sa left side ng equation natin, then we have 1 square minus 1 plus 3. And then here, if x is equal to 1, so makakancel to. Magsi-0 na to, magsi-0 na to, magsi-0 na to. Then, we'll be able to solve for the value of b. So, we have b, 1 plus 2, that's 3. Sa left side ng equation natin, we would have 4. And here, we have 3b. So, solving for the value of b, and we have 4/3. And if x is equal to negative 2, so we would have 2 negative 2 square minus negative 2 plus 3 equals, so lahat ng may x plus 2 ay magsi-0. So meaning magsi-0 si b, si c, and si d. So we'll be able to solve for the value of a. And we have here a, negative 2 minus 1, that's negative 3, and raised to 3. So sa left side ng equation natin, we will have 13. And sa right side ng equation natin, we will have negative 27 of a. And a is equal to negative 13 over 27. So since dalawa lang yung magpapa-zero dito sa mga values na to, meaning dalawa lang yung na-solve natin, so yung next na gagawin natin, we don't have any option but to use the coefficients. So before we'll be able to use the coefficients, we need to expand our equation. So for the left side of the equation, we would have 2x squared minus x plus 3. And sa right side of the equation natin, we would have a here. And kapag in-expand natin to, so that's 1331, right? And that's plus minus plus minus. So we have here x cubed minus 3x squared plus 3x minus 1 plus b times x plus 2 plus c times x, that's x squared, negative 1 plus 2, that's positive 1, so that's plus x, negative 1 times positive 2, and we have here negative 2. For d, so we expand first our x minus 1 square. So we have x squared minus 2x plus 1 times x plus 2. So in here we have x cubed minus 2x squared plus x plus 2x squared minus 4x plus 2. So simplifying, and we would have d multiplied by x cubed, and yung x squared natin ay makakancel na, and we have negative 3x here plus 2. So by coefficient, makikita natin dito that our highest degree is cube. So we have for the coefficients of x cubed, sa left side ng equation, wala tayo niyan. And for the right side, we have a for the x cubed, and we have d. So we could say that the a is just negative of d. Since we already have the value of a, then we can substitute. So 0, negative 13 over 27 plus d. So d is equal to positive 13 over 27. So for x squared, sa left side of the equation, we have 2. And sa right side of the equation, we have negative 3a. And sa c, we have c. Sa d, wala naman tayong x squared, so that's 0. So since we already have the value of a, then we substitute a. So 2 is negative 3 multiplied by negative 13 over 27 plus c. So solving for the value of c, then we would have 5 over 9. And for x, we have negative 1. And so right side, we have positive 3a. And we have b. And we have plus c minus 3d. So since we already have the value of a, b, c, so masosolve na natin si b. So that's negative 1 is equal 3. Yung a natin is negative 13 over 27 plus your b is 4 over 3. Yung c natin is 5 over 9 minus 3d. So solving for the value of t using your calculator. So pwede nang gamitan ng shift solve function to. We have negative 1 equals 3 times negative 13 over 27 plus 4/3 plus 5 over 9 minus 3, si d palitan natin ng x, shift solve equals, and that would give you x is equal to 0.48 something. So in order for you to have your x na naka-fraction, so x is equal to 13 over 27. So we have here d is equal to 13 over 27. So to confirm, pwede naman natin gamitan yung constants. So we have 3 dito, and constant natin dito is negative a. Sa b, that's 2b. Sa c, that's negative 2c. And sa d, that's 2d. So we can substitute all the values. So dapat ito ay mag-equal para malaman natin or to check kung tama yung mga sagot natin. So we have here negative times negative 13 over 27. So positive 13 over 27 plus 2. Yung b is 4/3 minus 2. Yung c ay 5 over 9. And 2, yung d ay 13 over 27. So, dapat yung right side ng equation is equal to 3. So, let's check. We have 13 over 27 plus 2 times 4/3 minus 2 times 5 over 9 plus 2 times 13 over 27, and this should be equal to 3, and yes, that's 3. So meaning tama yung mga nakuha nating value. So a is negative 13 over 27, b is 4/3, c is 5 over 9, d is 13 over 27. And so babalikan natin, we have the integral of 2x squared minus x plus 3 dx over x to the fourth minus x cubed minus 3x squared plus 5x minus 2. So this is equal to integral of a over x plus 2 plus integral of dx b dx over x minus 1 cube plus the integral of c dx over x minus 1 square plus the integral of t dx over x minus 1. So, substitute natin yung value ng a, b, c, and d. And we would have here, for a, that's negative 13 over 27. So, negative 13 over 27 integral of dx over x plus 2. Plus, b is 4/3. So, that's 4/3 integral of dx over x minus 1 cube. And c is 5 over 9, so plus 5 over 9 integral of dx over x minus 1 square. And d is 13 over 27, so we have here 13 over 27 integral of dx over x minus 1. So, integrate natin to. For the first term, we have negative 13 over 27. Since the derivative of x plus 2 is dx, that is just ln of the denominator, so ln of x plus 2. So, for this, we have 4/3. Ang gagawin natin ay iakyat natin to. So, magkakaroon tayo ng x minus 1 raised to negative 3 dx. And in here, akyatin natin to, and we would have x minus 1 raised to negative 2 dx. And for the last term, since derivative ng x minus 1 ay dx, so it is just ln of the denominator, x minus 1. So for this, since the derivative of x minus 1 is dx, so we can directly apply the general power formula. So we have negative 13 over 27 ln of x plus 2 plus 4/3 and general power formula, so x minus 1, negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2 over n plus 1, that's negative 2, plus 5 over 9, and we have here general power formula, x minus 1, negative 2 plus 1, that's negative 1 over negative 1, and we have 13 over 27 ln of x minus 1 plus c. So simplifying further, and we would have negative 13 over 27 ln of x plus 2, and we would have here negative 2 over 3, yung x minus 1 raised to negative 2 ay baba na natin, so that's x minus 1 square. And in here, so we have negative 5 over 9, baba na natin si x minus 1, plus 13 over 27 ln of x minus 1 plus c. And this is our final answer. So kung mapapansin niyo sa module ninyo na itong apat na term na to ay nagpalit-palit lang siya ng posisyon. So, nauna doon si negative 13 over 27 ln of x plus 2. Pagkatapos, sinundan nung pang 4th term natin, and then sinundan nung pang 3rd term natin, and pang 2nd term natin. So, etong mga to ay nagpapalit lang ng order, depende sa pag-assign natin ng mga denominators natin doon sa partial fraction kanina.